I got a little depressed. It was tough for me for a minute.
Pretty isolated, kind of stayed away from people that I cared about and family.
Killmonger forced Michael B. Jordan into therapy.
It took me, I don't really know exactly when I came out of it, but I went to therapy. I started talking to people, started unpacking.
As the transformation saw him live in the gym.
I would work out 2 to 3 times a day, eat 6 times a day.
And spend 3 hours in the makeup chair. But some of the experience he can't even talk about.
It's a lot of dark stuff that's probably not right for television.
But will he ever shake Killmonger?
Yeah, that was one that stuck, still there.
Ryan Coogler invited Jordan out of nowhere.
I was on the press tour for Creed, and Ryan called me up and was like, hey, we're about to go shoot this other movie. Do you want to do it?
But Jordan, who usually plays our heroes, had to do something different.
I spent a lot of time alone because I figured Eric, his childhood was pretty lonely.
See, Eric Killmonger suffered intense trauma.
His dad got taken away from him. His mom got hurt as well.
And was always angry.
I lived my entire life waiting for this moment. I trained, I lied, just to get here.
Which forced the star to explore a dangerous mindset.
That was one of the main things with Eric. He was like a really lonely person.
And he tapped into real life issues to get there.
I think as a black man in America, it'd be hard not to. He has this by any means necessary mentality. He's a product of what, kind of America made him.
Like, he refused to see family, friends, and even children.
Like I shut out love. I didn't want love and affection. I wanted to be in this lonely place as long as I could.
Jordan has a unique method for his characters.
What we usually do with our characters is we write a backstory. I write journals from the earliest memory up until the first page of the script.
He wanted to know what it felt like to live in a world where love was dangerous.
His was particularly dark. It was a very sad journal. Not having his mom grow up in and out of the system, foster care.
And quickly began getting absorbed with anger.
I think anybody that's kind of any country, any ethnicity that ever experienced any type of systemic oppression and feeling helpless and wanting to do something to better the situation, they're gonna, understand the frustration and rage of Killmonger.
Because ultimately, Killmonger was robbed by his cousin.
Eric was very envious of what T'Challa had. Why didn't he get a chance to have the warm bed?
In an interview with Variety, he said he lent into the pain of black oppression.
Killmonger's hurt and pain of being systematically oppressed, he's a product of his environment.
In an interview with Oprah, he said the mind is so powerful, it lets your body push past the threshold, and he did exactly that in the gym.
So to be able to take that kind of pain and rage and all those emotions that Eric kind of represents, I was able to put that into a character and put it on screen.
Killmonger was a soldier. So Michael had to change his physique.
From that moment on, I just decided to dedicate everything to getting in shape and becoming Eric Killmonger.
For reference, he was already big in Creed, so he just got bigger.
Dumbbell curls. That's just great for conditioning, for explosion.
And he bailed on plans as he said he wanted to stay in his lonely place for as long as he could.
And it's hard to go out to a club or a party when you're like, oh wait, meal prep, we gotta go pop this thing in the microwave.
Jordan essentially began living in the gym.
I would work out 2 to 3 times a day, eat 6 times a day.
Once Black Panther the rap, Jordan was mentally trapped.
Afterwards, it kind of stuck with me for a minute. There's no blueprint, getting into character and getting out.
It's like he put himself in his own sunken place.
Pretty isolated, kind of stayed away from people that I cared about and family.
But the star sought therapy, as all men should, and life began changing.
Just tried to find my way through, lean on people that's done it before in the past, and just try to learn and grow from it.
To date, Killmonger is one of my favorite roles from the star, and you can tell it changed Jordan forever.
Yeah, that was one that stuck, still there.